Hello everyone! Oh my gosh, Christmas is only in a few days. It feels like yesterday it was just the beginning of November and after Halloween. Time is honestly flying by. While the holidays are meant to be spent with family and friends, there are conversations and situations that are oftentimes unavoidable but very dreadful. We all know what these are. So I thought I'd list them off for you and give you some tips on how to survive. The first one, in fact, is very common. It's being stuck at the kids' table while you're the oldest cousin around. I've never personally had to deal with this holiday phenomenon because all of my cousins are older, but I've heard many stories from friends of the horror of babysitting during Christmas. One tip to keep yourself from ripping your hair out is keeping the kids occupied. If they're busy focused on an activity, they're less likely to break Grandma's antique vase while your back is turned. Also remind them that while it's Christmas, Santa can still take back his presents. This might be a horrible lie, but it stops the young ones in their path of destruction. Susie, no, put that down. No, don't drop it. Put it on the ground. Another holiday family problem are uncomfortable questions about your personal life, such as, how's school going? Or, where's your boyfriend or girlfriend? Or my favorite, what are you doing or want to do with your life? You might not want to even answer these questions yourself, let alone talk to your aunt about it on Christmas Day. But instead of freezing up and letting your mind reel into an existential crisis, take a deep breath and respond calmly. Try to avoid the first answer that pops into your head, which is probably along the lines of, I'm single because I sit at home and make YouTube videos and sleep in my free time. I also don't know what I want to do with my life. So there's that. Don't completely shut down, but respond with a neutral response. The less worried you seemed or anxious you seem, the less questions they will ask after. Even if you feel like your insides are being torn apart, just put a fake smile on your face and say, everything's going really, really well. And I'm sure that'll pacify them for a while. While it might seem noisy and annoying, that over-interested aunt or uncle really does care about you, even if they show up poorly by telling you that you probably shouldn't go up for seconds of dessert. Political debates and outdated views are also another fear during the holiday season when families reconnect. We all have experienced that older relative that still has ideas of racism and thinks that that type of language is appropriate. Even around Christmas, this wonderful showstopper could also be paired with political debates at the dinner table. This year especially, questions about Trump and GOP debates and everything along those lines will probably be brought up in conversation. And not all families have similar views or healthy ways of expressing their opinions. If you seem to be cornered into a conversation with a family member about politics or another topic you're uncomfortable with, these tips might help you get out of it. Try your best to avoid eye contact and either seem bored with the topic or preoccupied with something else going on in the room. If a family member walks into the room, politely interrupt them and say, oh, I haven't talked to this person yet, I'll talk to you later, and run away. You could also politely tell them, wow, that's a really interesting subject, but, maybe I should help my mom with that green bean casserole that's burning in the oven. Or my favorite, I would rather keep my opinions to myself. Here, Uncle Jerry, have another glass of wine. Oh, and speaking of drinking, in almost all family households, there's that one member that always gets drunk and is either in the way of the presents and everybody else, or harassing people and stumbling around. To help prevent and deal with this holiday conundrum, have another responsible older adult be in charge of the specific person's drinking habits. If they seem to be having too much, make sure they're cut off before it gets way out of hand. Or handsy. I don't know if that's too far. The holidays are meant to have a good time with the people you love and the people you are loved by. But sometimes that's difficult when you don't seem to get along with everyone. This doesn't mean that Christmas Day is ruined or family parties are ruined even. You just need to remember that your family cares about you, even if they show it in the weirdest ways possible. In situations of stress and anxiety like these, the best thing to do is keep calm and keep your comments to yourself and count to 10 before you say anything, because anything you say might be held against you, not necessarily in court, but in a different family dinner. I hope you guys have a great, safe holiday, and there are no food fights at the family dinner table over hot topics.